Alright, look, though. You know how I do it, man. You know I get back with these videos and shit. And you know I keep these hoes coming. Now, look, though. So, in this video, we finna talk about homo/gay. And we're finna break it down all the way to the core. And we're finna be talking about the gay spirit and homo broken down, what causes people to turn, and you know, all that other good shit. Now, one thing you need to understand is, all right, let me get adjusted. All right, so one thing you need to understand is that spirits influence our daily lives every single day. Now, one thing people need to really understand is the spiritual world is always influencing us. Now, it's up to you depending on how high or how low you want to vibrate. Now, if you're a person who, now you see the shit plays out in the world, it's the same shit that plays out in the spiritual world plays out in the physical. Now, if you're a person who vibrates real high and shit like that, you're going to be working with higher spiritual beings. You're going to be working with spiritual beings that will lead you on the right path. You're going to be working with spiritual beings who are going to tell you right information, give you creative ideas, thoughts, and insight on situations and shit like that. Because you're dealing with higher vibrational beings and angels and shit like that. Now, if you're a person and you're dealing with and you have a low vibration, you're always down. You always have negative self-talk. You feel insecure about yourself. You feel other people may perceive you a certain way. You're afraid of what they would think. Then you're going to be dealing with negative spiritual beings, negative influences. And depends on how low you may go, you may start getting the so-called I'm fighting demons and shit. Shit like that, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, now you know that the spiritual world is first. And as I was saying though, back to what I was saying, like how this shit is first. I'm a person, right? I go to a all black school. My vibration is high as fuck. And it's an all black school in the hood. And I'm working with spiritual beings who are high as fuck. I don't care if you can't see with your two eyes or not. You may be like, I can't see with my eyes, so I don't believe it. Then that's just you. Anything you can see with these two eyes is just an illusion anyway. So you're just a person who's just lost in the world. And I can give a shit less about whether you believe me or not. So I'm gonna just let you be. Now look, as I was saying though, I work with higher spiritual beings, higher concept, higher influences and shit like that. And I'm to the point where if a motherfucker my spiritual team won't let nobody around me who has negative intentions and shit like that. So at school I'm always sitting alone. Like it's literally like so it's kind of like a mansion, like, or a house that has like a keypad. Like you can I got security around me, bro. Like I have security around me, aka protection, if you know what I mean. Now it's to the point where I can't really sit with a lot of people. I only can sit with certain select few people. Other than that, I can't sit around with everybody. Now people who are in the lower vibration, they're gonna be sitting around with everybody. These gonna be the type of people who always wanna dick ride, cause they don't even got their own house, so they gotta, you know what I'm saying, be in everybody else's house, cause they trying to gain acceptance to be in somebody else's space, because they don't have their own space or their own, you know, originality and shit like that, or not even just nut riding ass niggas, but people, low vibrational people, insecure niggas. All these low confidence, all these people are down in the barrel and are dealing with lower vibrational shit. And it's up to them or not what they want to get about that. Now, if they get about that successfully and level up, then they can be with a nigga like me. Other than that, you ain't gonna be around me. You know what I'm saying? Now look. Anyway, back to this shit. Now look. As I said though, summarize what I just said. You get all your influences based on your vibration. Now look. Now we finna get to the real juice, the real shit right here, man. Now look. As I said though, again, you cannot escape the spiritual world. It's always influencing us, whether you see it or don't, or you know it or not. Now look, now we're gonna get into this shit. Now look, what makes people turn gay is I have 4 reasons, and it's many other reasons why, and these are not just something I'm just like saying. This is real shit, and I will not talk no jibber jabber shit. Now look. One reason why people turn gay, they have a hard time getting girls. Now, they have so many they have like this they probably look a certain way. They probably look like pretty boys or whatever, or they probably don't look too good. And whenever they get near a girl or talk to a girl, or they out of freeze up, don't know how to talk, because they have no personality, nothing in there. So every time they talk to a girl, it's always like it's either dry conversation or they have nothing to talk about. I mean, even though it correlates to the same thing. So look, hold on, y'all boys. All right, so look, when they get around they dude friends, they have a lot of shit to talk about. They talking about Fortnite and shit like that. They talking about all types of shit. They talking about football. They talking about basketball. They talking about, you know, going to the football game and shit like that. They can connect more with dudes than they can connect with an actual woman. You know why? Because sometimes a dude maybe he may be too far feminine, or he may be too far masculine. And his masculine and his it may be toxic and it may be damaged, or his feminine may be toxic and damaged, or he may use the feminine side and don't use the masculine. If a dude is more feminine in a relationship, then that's when the bitch is going to be more dominant over him. If the girl is going to be in the masculine position. Fuck, I got threw off. Somebody text me and shit. Now, as I was saying though, I'm trying to summarize the shit. I don't want the shit to go too long. But as I was saying though, sometimes, god damn it, I'm here, man. I'm here. I ain't dipping. So look, anyways though, like they have a hard time knowing how to mix these two, these feminine and masculine energy. So when they get around a girl, they freeze out, low confidence and shit like that. But when they around their dudes, they can talk a lot. So over time though, it's not they're trying to get coochie to the point where they just be like, man, look, I can't get it. And they start looking at the nigga next to them. And it be your homeboys. You niggas be around with downloads and shit. And you don't even know it. Cause you don't even got no type of spiritual what's that shit called? You ain't got no spiritual detectors or spiritual metal detectors or no spiritual insight or hindsight or eyesight to see who you really rocking with. Cause you niggas be rocking with the most fucked up people, and you know what I'm saying, y'all be saying this my dog, and I just be looking at y'all like man, you retarded this shit. That ain't your motherfucking dog, boy. That nigga a snake. That ain't your fucking dog. But look though, it's either they have a hard time getting girls and they always around dudes, so they just come up with the conclusion is, hey, I'm just finna go. And that's not even them. This is the homo spirit. The homo spirit be influencing them like, hey, you might as well go gay. And it comes through their head because your thoughts not yours, so this shit come through their head. They like, man, I might as well. Yeah, they be listening to these thoughts and shit, and they don't got the insight or the awareness enough to be like, these thoughts ain't mine. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? So they listening to every single thought, going deeper and deeper down the sunken place, the rabbit hole and shit. And then they like, well, I am. You know what I'm saying? It's fucked up out here. It's real in the field. Look though, and that's part. A heartbreak. Now a nigga maybe went through a heartbreak and it was probably devastating or something, and he probably didn't feel good about himself while in the relationship, or he probably did, but it depends on how far that he dropped down when his heart broke and how far he was up. It maybe was up real high and he maybe dropped all the, you know what I'm saying? He probably fell all the way down to the bottom and his vibration was low. So as he was at the bottom, it was probably a point he probably had. It depends on how strong or how weak the person is. If the person was weak, this maybe was his first heartbreak and he turned homo, or this is maybe if he was a little bit more stronger, this probably was like his maybe third heartbreak and he just said fuck it. Now the thing is, he just may need to understand that maybe it's something he has to work on in himself or some shit like that. But people don't look at it like that. People feel like they can just hop into a fucking relationship and it is what it is. People don't work on themselves or none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it all be fucked up out here for but yeah, real shit though. And so they don't work on themselves, so they be like, man, last time they be trying to dude, these the type of dudes that don't look in the mirror and won't even look in the mirror and be like, if I was a girl, would I fuck myself type shit. If you know what I'm saying, like these are the type of dudes that don't do no self-evaluation. Like, if I was a girl, would I want to fuck me? These are the type of niggas who feel like they I ain't gonna say entitled, but I feel like these are the type of dudes who feel like it's just gonna happen. They feel like they don't have to work on themselves. They got it all fucked up. They think the girl supposed to be already there, like straight, and they don't have to really do anything. You know, these people got it all fucked up when really it's supposed to be, I'm supposed to already have my shit together as a man, and you supposed to bring your shit to my table. I'm not supposed to, you know what I'm saying? They got it all backwards and shit. They think that they supposed to come to the table. Nah, no nigga, no fuck nigga. You supposed to let her come to your table. You the man. Get back in your masculine energy, man. You're not supposed to go to no girl table. You supposed to let them come to your table and watch you step into your masculine energy, and you gonna start bossing up in your life and shit. And you gonna look back and you be like, why was I even chasing this bitch? What the fuck? Cause you gonna realize your worth and shit, and you gonna realize what you want, what your purpose is and shit like that. And you gonna be like, damn, hell, why was I chasing this girl? She's a waste of time. But sometimes, you know, niggas be chasing girls cause you know they trying to be happy and shit. They living in fantasy land, on that Usher shit, on that Neo shit. You know what I'm saying? On that Chris Brown shit. But look though, let's get into this shit though. Now look, I said 2 topics: hard time getting girls, heartbreak. Sometimes niggas don't know how to talk to girls. Niggas feel like they have to come up with fucking cats. What's that shit called? It's on the tip of my fucking tongue. Cat line, pickup lines. People, they feel like, man, how I didn't get that? It was right there. They feel like they gotta come up with these pickup lines and all this other stuff and say certain things, you know what I'm saying, and already jump into the sex and shit like that. When really they don't even have to when really they don't even have to do all of this stuff. They just being extra, and the girl just looking at him like, bitch, you just wanna fuck. Now instead of them just being themselves and just, now it would be different if the dude was being real and the dude was being honest, and he made the girl feel a type of some certain type of way, and it was more in a positive way. He maybe made her laugh a lot or some shit, and then she would be more sexually drawn to him. So when he'd be like, yeah, I just want to fuck, I don't want to be in a long-term relationship. If she finds the dude sexually desirable, she will let him, you know, get up in the coochie. But this nigga wants to feel like it's gonna happen like that, like he in a movie or some sitcom or some shit. I used to do this shit too, bro. I used to fucking what I used to do. I was always, nah, my situation was different. I was never that type of nigga to come up with pickup lines and shit like that. My situation was way more different. My situation was more like I had personality, but my looks wasn't, my face it wasn't as my face took longer to develop until like after puberty type shit. So as of before I hit puberty, I didn't look that sexually desirable, but I had a personality that was sexually desirable. But girls will push me away because they didn't find me sexually desirable, but in the inside they would like me, but on the outside it will be in the illusions of the world that, oh man, I hate him and shit like that. Like I'm just like, bitch, you know love and hate is the same thing. If you doing all this I hate you, then you must freaking love me, and you just can't control your emotions, and you just like I hate you, but really you love me. You just don't find me. You just can't believe it. You know, you just can't believe that you love a nigga who looks stank. But it's just I got more personality than this nigga you chasing. You know what I'm saying? But then shit, nigga done leveled up and shit. So the roles done changed and shit. But you know what I'm saying? I'm still the same and shit like that. But you know I'm going a little too far. How far we is? I thought that shit said 19 for a second. I was finna say, damn, I'm tweaking. Now look, other people call, like friends and shit or family, other people call them gay, and they be like, man, I might be it. They start getting all down and shit, and they start actually believing. Like this is like casting, dude. This is like sending a spell on somebody. Cause it's a spiritual spell. Cause you gotta think about it. This is an influence, and the influence is on some spiritual shit. This is like on some unseen shit. Damn, I can't. Hold on. This is alright. It's back now. My shit was tweaking for a second. My voice box was all jammed and shit. But look though, you gotta think about this some real spiritual shit. So you gotta be like, man, your family members, your friends and shit can be trying to call you gay, and if they call you that and you start believing these thoughts that you is, then you gonna be that shit. Now it's up to you and how spiritually strong you are, whether or not you gonna believe that shit or not. But it's all, you know what I'm saying, it's all in your hands and shit like that. I had another one on here. I had one more thing to say before I hop off this bit, because I swear time went by fast. But look, what's the point? Look, think about this when I'm finna say. What's the point of not being yourself around a girl? Then you turn gay, and now you're sitting around girls and you talking to girls. Where did you mess up at? I'm gonna let it run for like 10 seconds. Where did you mess up at? You know where you messed up at? You wasn't being yourself to begin with. You know what I'm saying? All you had to do the whole time was just talk to the girl like a regular person. You had this bitch on the pedestal and shit. Now you're gay on some real shit. I'm just being honest. Look, you turned gay and now you're talking to girls. What do you see what I'm saying? So before you couldn't talk to them, but now you can. But you notice what you're doing? What you're doing is you're just regularly talking to them like how you do with a guy. It's you know what I'm saying? But you wouldn't have to even go through that of even turning. You know what I'm saying? If you turn, you turn. You do what you do type shit. I don't give a fuck. I'm a grown ass man. I don't give a shit. But I'm just speaking how it is and what the truth is, man. But look, you might as well shoulda just talk to them. All you gotta do is just talk to them like normal people. But you know, we live in an era where we put pussy on the pedestal, so it is what it is.